What's going on, you guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into another video. Today's video, we're going to be dissecting the Stadium Series jerseys that were actually released yesterday. Honestly, I kind of seen it coming, but I at the same time didn't see it coming. The Stadium Series obviously is coming up pretty quick here, and there's starting to be some leaks coming out about them, so I think they just decided it's time to announce it. What's also cool is they announced them all at once. They didn't like do two one day and then two the next. They just released all four of them at once, so we're going to be dissecting them and giving my opinion on all four of them here today. Before we get into it though, as always, if you guys are new to the channel, it would mean a lot if you guys subscribed, like the video if you enjoyed. Let's get into this. So I'm not going to waste any time. We're just going to show the jersey and we're going to talk about them. Let's start off with the Philadelphia Flyers, and right off the bat, my opinion is this thing's mid. I don't hate this thing. I actually don't hate it at all, but I don't love it. I think I just like it. From first glance, it is a very kind of Philadelphia Flyers-esque jersey, just the way the stripe is. And then what's interesting though, it doesn't have the curve that it usually does. It doesn't have a stripe that kind of comes down the sleeve and around out. It actually is just one solid stripe up here, a little bit of black, and then white up on the shoulders. I do really like the numbers on the shoulders. I think that looks actually really cool. I'm a big fan of that. I think it looks good, especially in orange. I think that looks great as well. There's not anything bad to say about this jersey from the front view here, in my opinion. But then we go to the back of the jersey, you guys, and this is the part that I really like. So Philadelphia is really known for having their name bar, their black name bar across the back of the jersey. It's just something they've always done, and they did that here, but they did it really, really cool. That little black stripe that you see on the top of the sleeve actually wraps around the back to form that name bar. I think that is really, really cool. That's something I actually love. I've seen some people say they don't really like the back of the jersey, but I just think that is such a clever thing. Like, that is totally something that somebody who creates jersey concepts would try, and people would look at it and be like, you know what? That's actually pretty clever. That's really cool. Because all Philadelphia Flyers jerseys, for the most part, have that name bar on the back. And if they're going to have that stripe at the same level on the arm, why not wrap it? So that's what they did. I really, really like that. That's actually my favorite part about this jersey. The orange numbers look all right. They match the numbers on the shoulder. I have no complaints about that. I think on TV, these are going to be super legible and they're going to be really nice. So like I said, no hate, no love for these jerseys. I genuinely think they're solid, and I'm going to give these things a solid 7 out of 10 in my opinion. If I was to rate these, I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10. I think they're pretty solid. Now let's move on to the New Jersey Devils, the team that the Philadelphia Flyers are going to be playing. And I think these things are sweet. I did a concept coming out with a black alternate, just a black and red alternate. And then somebody told me in the comments it was going to be reversed. It was going to be a red jersey with just black. And I was very intrigued by that. And that's exactly what we got here. And this thing's actually really solid too. Again, like Philadelphia, I don't love this. Like, I'm not in love with it, but I definitely don't hate it. I like it more than I dislike it. There's not really anything about this jersey I would change and I dislike about. So we'll say that. Everything about this jersey I do like. I think the striping is nice. It's very, very simple, very similar kind of to their home jersey here. It's essentially these white stripes just done in black, and then this black stripe is red. That's essentially what it is. The shoulders still are black like it is on their home jersey, and then they have a solid black line at the bottom of the sleeve and torso. You can see kind of the number kits here, just done all in black. This thing is mean. I'm going to be honest. That's the perfect word for it. It's mean. Just red and black. Super sick. You can see another photo here of the jersey, the whole jersey, and this thing looks great. I really, really do like it. I think the numbers look great on there. The numbers are huge, very Stadium Series-esque. I think it fits the Stadium Series perfect. I mean, like I said, I don't love it, but I do really like it. I do think it is a nice jersey. If I was to rate this thing, I am going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. I think it is a very nice, clean jersey. Like a jersey overall to look at, 9 out of 10. Again, I don't love it. If I loved it, it would be a 10 out of 10. But there's just nothing about this I would change. Okay, you guys, let's talk about the Edmonton Oilers alternate jersey and Nashville Predators Stadium Series child. That is the New York Islanders Stadium Series jersey. You guys can see it on the screen here. There's not a lot of photos I've been able to find of this. Hopefully I can find more, but this is what we got, and I'm not going to lie to you, I don't like this at all. I'm somebody who likes text logos. I have the Nashville Predators Stadium Series jersey literally in my collection because of how ridiculous it is, but I got it because of how ridiculous it is. not because it looks good. This thing isn't ridiculous and it doesn't look good. It's just not a great jersey design in my opinion. Very disappointing, especially with all that the Islanders can do in their history and just the colors they could pull from. To me, this literally is the Edmonton Oilers colors with their alternate jersey, that navy and the orange, and the Nashville Predators Stadium Series jerseys with the text and the stripe. It's pretty much the same combo. It's like a perfect combo of the two. I don't like the Isles text on here. I really don't like that. Like I said, it gives Nashville Predators vibes because it's using a nickname. Nashville had Smashville. This one has Isles. But Isles is such a weird word in the first place. Like, it just looks weird, and it looks like random letters just thrown on this jersey. It doesn't look like it's supposed to say something. Obviously, if you know, you know. But to me, this doesn't look like it's supposed to say something. Overall, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. I don't think it's great. There's obviously worse designs out there. Let me actually preface and say that. There's 100,000,000% worse designs out there that exist that Adidas has done than this. It's still not great. So for that, I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. I think that's a very generous ranking in my opinion. Now I saved the best for last because this New York Rangers Stadium Series jersey is beautiful. In my opinion, it's almost a shame that this thing's going up against that Islanders jersey when they play because one is beautiful and one isn't. I love everything about this. It's bold, which Stadium Series is supposed to be. The logo is sick and the colors just look so good. The Rangers just have one of those sets that you just can't mess up. Now, I'm assuming it's the lighting of the photo here, but this looks very off-whitish, which is very interesting. I'm assuming the jersey is actually going to be white because off-white doesn't make sense for a Stadium Series. I think it's just the lighting. But this logo, the NYR, is really cool. It's taking like it's not a nickname, it's literally their abbreviation, but it's kind of taking the nickname style that the Islanders went, but just using their abbreviation. I think it looks cool. I actually wish the Islanders had just NYI on their jersey. The same text that goes across, but just NYI instead of Isles. So then you have NYR and NYI. I think that would be really cool. That would make the matchup just so much nicer. That's what 100% they should have done in my opinion. Back on this Rangers jersey though, the striping is incredible. I really, really like this. Just the two, it's essentially their current home striping just blown up in big and bold in Stadium Series-y. You know what I mean? Like it's almost the same striping. They just made them bigger, made them thicker and just huge and blew it up and threw it on a jersey. It looks just so good. There's only so much I can say about this because it looks so good. Take a look at the back of the jersey here. I think the numbers are great. Typical New York Rangers numbers on here. This thing is just really nice all the way around. It's got that nice solid blue stripe on the bottom. It's not doing too much, but it still feels very Stadium Series-y, which I really like from this. I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. I think this is a perfect jersey. There's actually nothing I would change from it. Obviously, if you were looking at this and considering it a home jersey, I probably would knock it down a peg because home jerseys aren't supposed to be this bold and this is crazy. But for a Stadium Series, this is a perfect Stadium Series in my opinion. So, I mean, I'm definitely excited for the matchups. I think the jerseys are going to look really good. I do think a lot of these jerseys are going to look better on ice. I'm thinking that Islanders one could look better on ice. The Rangers one just can't get any better. And I'm excited to see that New Jersey Devils one and Philadelphia Flyers up against each other on ice as well. I think the full uniform are really going to bring these together. And I'm just excited. There was a lot of excitement when these jerseys were told they were going to be coming out at the beginning of the year. And it's just excited to actually be here and be able to dive in and take a look at them. I do have that New York Rangers one put aside for me for when they do get shipped out. So I will be getting that jersey when they finally are released to the public. I think it's like forever. It's like a month after the event. So that's ridiculous. But I do have to wait for that. When it does come out, I will be getting it 100%. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, it would mean a lot if you guys subscribed. Like the video if you enjoyed. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.